I made money this week and I still did it wrong. That's what I want to talk about today because the version of this where I showed you my P&L and said, good week, would be a lie. Not in the numbers, but in what the numbers are hiding. Here's exactly what happened this week, and that's what we're here to talk about. I broke 2 rules this week. They look like 2 rules, but they're the same rule. I entered a trade without a profit target. I knew the setup, I had the entry, I had the stop, but I never wrote down where I was getting out on the winning side, which means that the moment the trade started working, I was improvising. And improvising under pressure is just a polite word for reacting to your emotions. Then, because I had no target, because I was watching the position float, I moved my stop loss, not because my thesis changed, but because I was afraid. Afraid the profits would disappear, afraid I'd be wrong earlier, and now I was finally right. And what if? That's not trading, that's negotiating with yourself while the market does not care. Here's what I've been thinking about since. A profit target isn't really about money. It's about making a decision when you're calm so you don't have to make it when you're not. It's a letter you write to your future self. This is what we agreed to. Hold this line. When I skipped writing this letter, I didn't just skip a number. I left my future self sitting in a live trade, up, adrenaline running, with no instruction. The best traders I've studied don't have better instincts in the moment. They have better pre-decisions. The work happens before the trade. The trade is just execution. I knew this. I just didn't do it. The gap between knowing and doing is the only thing that stands between me and the trader I'm building towards. So here's the change. Starting Monday, the trade plan template gets 1 new line. It's not optional. Before I type anything else, I write 3 things: my entry, my stop, and my target. If I can't write down my target, I don't take the trade. Not because a profit target is some magic number, but because this is the process of deciding. It forces me to think clearly. It forces me to ask, what does a good outcome actually look like here? If I can't answer that, I don't take the trade. Next week, I'll show you whether or not I actually held this rule. In closing, the thing about trading is it shows you who you are with no filter. Not who you think you are, not who you want to be, but who you actually are when there's money on the line and your heart rate is up. This week it showed me a version of myself that had flinches. That's fine. I'd rather know that on a week where I made money than discover it on a week where it cost me everything. So I'll be back Monday with my trade plan, all 3 numbers, and I'll see you then.